I did an interview with Keith Thurman talking about fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. He said if the name is on the table, he would do it. To feed his family, all the blah 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 shit. What do you think about that fight? Is that like a must needed fight for Jaron Ennis? And is that a must needed fight for Keith Thurman, a guy that wants to compete till he's 40? He's 34 years old now.
Jaron Ennis is number one mandatory. He don't need that fight, but it's a good household name for him. But he don't need it. You know what I mean? Thurman. If I was Thurman, if he planning to retire soon, he'd take the fight.
He wants to retire at 40, so he's talking 6 more years.
He better avoid Ennis.
So you say for 6 more years, keep boxing, but don't fight Ennis?
Go to the bank with Ennis. If he could, not lose too many more fights,
Mm.
Yeah, take him to the bank with Ennis.
What you see in that fight?
I got Ennis stopping him. My opinion, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It was a cool interview that I did with him. It was funny. I guess I think it was Poole. I guess he had great seats for the Spencer and Crawford fight. And a lot. How the Philly guys, they really ride for their Philly fighter.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And Poole was going at it with Keith, going at it like, "Oh, you don't want to fight my brother." This and that. They calling each other bitches and this and everything. Yeah, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. And I'm gonna be putting that segment out tomorrow. Probably around like 11 p.m. Cool little segment. Keith's a clown. You know what I'm saying? He's a character.
Yeah.
I just hope. Now the thing that he says that kind of stung me a little bit, right? He said that there's more people wanting me to fight Clarissa Shields than Jaron Boots Ennis, and he said there's numbers to state that. Like when you hear stuff like that, right?
That's crazy.
Obviously, it sounds wild. Right? But he's saying that Clarissa Shields is more popular than Jaron Boots Ennis. What's your behalf on that? Like, what you think?
Not because of I won't say because of her fighting ability, but she won the Olympics. She's been in the news more. She won the Olympics twice. The first fighter to win undisputed in 3 different weight classes. She's been in the media more, not because she's a better fighter than Ennis. You know what I mean?
And girls ride with girls too, so they got a whole girls fan base.
Yeah.
And then boxing is
it's a possibility.
I don't want to say it's a gentleman's sport, but it's kind of a gentleman's sport.
It's a possibility, She might be in some places they know her more than they know Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? So it depends on where you living at.
So when Keith told me that, do you think that was a cop out?
It sounds like a cop out,
right?
It sounds like
because I already talked about Clarissa Shields because I did like an hour and 20 minutes with him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe an hour and a half, to be honest. And I talked about Clarissa in the first half of the interview. So I was like wondering. I'm trying to, when I do my interviews, I try to pick the brain. You know what I'm saying? I try to really dissect it because I really want to see Boots be successful. And I feel like you guys know, dealing with Tank, you need to fight some marquee names so you can get the pay that you really want.
But Boots is like his reputation is similar to Tank. Jokers, they avoid him because they know.
Right.
So somebody just gotta be willing.
You think that's a good fight for Boots, though?
Keith Thurman? Yeah. It's some work for him to do, you know.
Yeah, be the best name on the resume.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to see it. I would love to see it.